You take a drink. It feels so good. It is truly old. Older than writing. Older than farming itself. Our incredible love for alcohol actually started a very long time ago. It goes back 10 million years. Imagine a dense, vibrant forest in Africa. A tiny primate sits quietly. It spots a piece of sweet fallen fruit on the warm ground. The fruit sits there. Natural sugars inside are breaking down rapidly today. Wild yeast enters the flesh. A wonderful natural fermentation process quickly and efficiently begins. It produces pure ethanol. The hungry little primate takes a giant bite out of it. A strange feeling hits. The tiny creature feels wonderfully and unexpectedly a little bit drunk. It has no idea why, but the sudden warm feeling is incredibly pleasant to experience. It wants more. This amazing discovery changed the course of human history forever. In 2014, UC Berkeley biologist Robert Dudley published the book, The Drunken Monkey: Why We Drink and Abuse Alcohol. Our ancient ancestors naturally evolved to passionately seek out alcohol. They loved the buzz. They actively looked for naturally fermented wild treats. The taste was built in. Evolution gave us a fantastic built-in compass for finding rich calories. It guided early humans. This happened before humans existed. Fast forward to exactly 13,000 years ago in our history. Ancient humans were hunters. They had not yet invented complex agriculture. They were wandering nomads. Yet they accomplished something truly mind-blowing and completely unexpected. Archaeologists have excavated a cave named Rokafeh, located near Haifa, Israel. They found stone mortar carefully carved directly into the hard bedrock. They tested the residue. It was traces of wild fermented barley left by the nomads. Those nomads brewed beer. They made delicious beer inside a dark and mysterious cave. This totally flips history. We always thought farming came long before any alcohol production. The old story lied. We supposedly built villages and grew grain to bake fresh bread. Then we discovered brewing. But this magnificent cave tells the exact opposite historical story. They brewed beer first. Making this joyful drink was extremely important to their daily lives. Beer came before bread. Now carefully look at a fascinating archaeological site in modern Turkey. It is Göbekli Tepe. It features massive stone pillars standing tall everywhere you look. Some weigh 10 tons. The giant structure is highly deliberate and unbelievably complex in design. It predates permanent homes. While hunter-gatherers moved these heavy stones up a steep hill. Why did this labor? What could possibly motivate this massive and exhausting physical effort? Scientists found stone vats. Chemical traces reveal vast amounts of fermented grain resting inside them. They brewed huge batches. It was certainly enough for massive and joyful ancient social gatherings. This was no house. It was a wonderful gathering place for ritual and festive feasting. People traveled very far. Alcohol beautifully united these ancient wandering tribes from distant lands. They shared magical stories. This raises a highly debated and incredibly fascinating historical question today. Why start farming originally? Did we finally settle down just to bake some fresh bread? Or to brew beer? Bread requires tedious grinding, heavy kneading, and very complicated hard baking. Beer is much simpler. You gently soak harvested grain in a pot of fresh water. Fermentation magically happens alone. The desire to drink was a massive and powerful psychological motivator. It drove humanity forward. Humans desperately wanted a steady and reliable supply of tasty beer. So they planted seeds. They permanently stayed in one place to protect their precious harvest. Alcohol sparked a settlements. It is the brilliant and joyful true spark of human civilization. In China, evidence grows. A Neolithic village left ancient pottery jars beautifully preserved safely behind. They held mixed drinks. The mix included rice, sweet honey, and vibrant red hawthorn berries. This is the oldest. Whoever expertly crafted this delicious blend knew exactly what they were doing. They blended amazing flavors. From there, the wonderful art of brewing culture simply exploded worldwide. Let us visit Egypt. Beer was never just a fun or casual drink back then. It was their life. The hard-working, strong laborers who beautifully built the great stone pyramids. They were paid beer. They joyfully received 4 to 5 huge liters of beer daily. That was their salary. They did not get shiny golden coins or bags of grain. Why accept liquid payment? It made perfect and brilliant sense for survival in ancient times. Drinking natural river water straight was incredibly dangerous and often deadly. Brewing magically killed bacteria. Beer was completely clean, highly sanitized, and exceptionally safe to drink. It kept people alive. Imagine working endlessly in the brutally scorching and dry desert heat. You drag limestone blocks. A bag of shiny metal coins cannot ever properly hydrate you. Cold beer sounds perfect. There was also a deeply beautiful and profound spiritual, religious side. Gods created this drink. It was a highly sacred and cherished gift given to mortals. It appeared in temples. They wisely used it in powerful and effective daily medical prescriptions. Doctors mixed healing herbs. They confidently prescribed the medicinal beer for painful and annoying stomach problems. It fought dangerous infections. One single, amazing drink flawlessly did the difficult job of many. It was a paycheck. It was a wonderful water filter, a delicious meal, and medicine. Here is the picture. Millions of years ago in wild, vibrant, and dense green forests, ancestors sought fermented fruits. It successfully helped our tiny ancestors find sweet and ripe food. 13,000 years ago, early humans deliberately and skillfully brewed surprisingly strong drinks in caves. 12,000 years ago, they proudly built the first giant monuments. They carved giant pillars. They just wanted a grand and beautiful place to drink together. 9,000 years ago, they perfectly mixed rich honey and sweet wild berries into drinks. Empires truly ran on it. We simply learned to make it purposely and carefully over time. Celebrate our grand history. Let us happily toast to our incredibly creative and brilliant ancestors. The epic journey continues. Cheers to beautiful life, endless joy, and our shared human history.